Imagine a world where Napoleon Bonaparte never existed. No meteoric rise from Corsican obscurity, no revolutionary general, no emperor crowned in Paris. What does the world look like without the man who redrew the map of Europe and changed the course of history? Let's rewind to 1769. In this alternate timeline, Napoleon's parents never have their famous son. Maybe he dies in infancy, or perhaps he's simply never born. At first, nothing seems to change. The French Revolution still erupts in 1789, toppling the monarchy and sending shockwaves across Europe. But soon, the absence of Napoleon's genius begins to reshape the world. Without Napoleon, the French Revolutionary Wars take a different turn. The revolutionary armies, already riven by infighting and lacking decisive leadership, struggle to hold their ground. There's no young artillery officer to save the day at Toulon, no daring Italian campaign that humbles Austria. Instead, French generals squabble for control, and France loses crucial battles on several fronts. As France's enemies close in, the revolution's radical phase burns out more quickly. Without the military victories that made the regime popular, the Directory collapses under internal and external pressure. The monarchy is restored much earlier, perhaps as soon as the late 1790s, but it's a monarchy haunted by revolution and still facing an unstable Europe. The ripple effects are massive. The Napoleonic Code. Napoleon's lasting legal legacy never comes to be. Instead, much of Europe remains under patchwork feudal laws. The ideas of meritocracy and secular government spread more slowly. Latin America's wars of independence, inspired in part by Napoleon's toppling of Spain, may stall or take a different course, delaying independence movements across the Atlantic. Britain, spared the existential threat of a Napoleonic invasion, focuses its attention on colonial expansion. Without the need to finance continent-wide wars, the British economy booms even faster. The Royal Navy dominates the seas uncontested, accelerating the growth of the British Empire in Africa and Asia. Meanwhile, Germany and Italy remain fragmented. Napoleon's conquests forced the consolidation of hundreds of small principalities into modern nations. Without his reforms, both Germany and Italy may not unite in the 19th century. Europe stays a patchwork of kingdoms and duchies, making future wars even more complex and unpredictable. The United States, too, feels the absence of Napoleon. The Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the young nation, never happens. France clings to its North American territories or sells them piecemeal to other powers. American expansion westward is delayed, and the shape of the continent changes. Culturally, the age of Romanticism loses its greatest anti-hero. Beethoven never composes the Eroica symphony for Napoleon. European literature and art miss the towering figure of the self-made emperor, the man who inspired everything from Tolstoy's War and Peace to Delacroix's grand canvases. Perhaps most profoundly, the myth of the great man, the idea that one extraordinary individual can bend history to his will, loses its most compelling example. Without Napoleon, the 19th century is a story not of empire, but of gradual, uneven reform. No Waterloo, no exile to Elba, no 100 Days. Just a world that stumbles toward modernity, missing the legend of its greatest general. What new leaders might emerge in this vacuum? Would France find a different hero? Or sink into decades of chaos? And without the shadow of Napoleon, could Europe avoid the cycles of war and revolution that defined the 1800s? Let us know your theories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to What If Wave for more alternate histories that reimagine our world.